Hello to my full moon reading. It is the full moon in Sagittarius. For some, or for the Buddhists, it is the Vesak Fest. Some say the Vesak Fest was around April 26, 27. Some say it is now on May 25 or 26, depending on your time zone. These three full moons of spring are a time of beauty and a time of connecting to spirit and really letting spirit in. And Vesak is connected to Buddha and is connected to the birth of Buddha, is connected to his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, and is connected to his crossing over. And it is a reminder to be present, and it is a reminder to be compassionate. Kuan Yin is also very much connected to this Vesak festival, and Kuan Yin is pure compassion. Om Mani Padme Hum is her mantra. May all suffering be released. And I wished it to everyone, and I also will do a really short video where I sing Om Mani Padme Hum for everyone, so that it might bring some healing to you. The Vesak Fest has to do that we pray that we can be of service to the world, and also that our wishes might be fulfilled. Because, I mean, of course, you always can be of service, even if you are in the deepest trouble. It is an illusion to say, I just can't help anyone if I'm in trouble. Sometimes it even helps us if we are in trouble to help others. But usually I would say it is helpful that we are grounded, or that we serve others out of our own strength and our own centeredness, and that we have our necessary needs met. It is a more self-loving point of service. So we also pray during these full moons. We also pray for our projects and our wishes to come true, so that we can be of service. But it is a difference if I just pray for my own well-being and don't care about others, or if I pray for my own well-being in the awareness that I can be of better service to others, and if I truly mean it. And to me, this is also the meaning of this Vesak Fest, or of this time of these special three full moons, of the Easter full moon, the April full moon, and now the full moon in May, or the Scorpio full moon and the Sagittarius full moon. And in my cards it is interesting because this full moon seems to have a lot to do with past pain, and with pain that maybe we carry for lifetimes, but we certainly dealt with since we were children. So it is an old pain, and with Grandmother Spider, it is a pain that was fated, that we couldn't avoid. With Chiron, with sorrow, and with Grandmaster Spider, I would say it is karmic. Something we still have to deal with from past lifetimes, or from our recent past, is faded and really hurt us. And this full moon is a time where we are reminded of that. But the theme with Morgan Le Fay, with greed, and with nightmare, and with twin flames, seems that we are still dealing with the effects of that pain. We are still dealing with negative thoughts that come out of what happened before, what happened in the past, that we sometimes feel not lovable, that we sometimes feel less than whoever. We still deal with effects from the past. And with twin flame, the beauty is that twin flame shows that this time of the full moon is an opportunity. It is an opportunity to make new contracts. In this case, I would say make new sacred contracts with ourselves. Twin flames usually is about a sacred union with someone else, but in my cards, or I write in my booklet, that you first have to be in sacred union with yourself before you can be in sacred union with someone else. And so I would say twin flames in this case is a reminder to say I have to be in sacred contract with myself and forgive myself the darkness that is in me, forgive myself with greed, all the darkness that came out of the woundedness that I hold, came out of the darkness that I experienced. And through this forgiveness, I also am able to let go of my darkness and to meet life in a new way. And in the near future, it seems we will get tested. With Iago and with Ereshkigal and Inanna, we will get tested on our path. Have we really let go of the past? Have we really let go of our wounds? And I mean, if there are things where we still get triggered, or where others are able to abuse us, or where others are able to treat us badly, Inanna reminds us that we are always a sovereign, even when we have to let go of all our insignia, like she has to when she meets her sister Ereshkigal. Her sister Ereshkigal, the shadow. I mean, in these cards, they are exactly together, Ereshkigal and Inanna. And this is, I'm still a queen. Whatever my circumstances are, I'm still a queen. And we might get tested that someone puts us down with Iago, that someone has shady interests or shady things in mind, very self-centered in their behavior. But with Inanna, when we are a true sovereign, we are beyond those behaviors, and the light that we have inside will guide us through this darkness. And so I would say this full moon might indicate that the next weeks we still will be confronted with our shadow popping up in one way or the other, but we in our sovereign, in our kindness with ourselves and others, will win over the shadow. We will bring light into the darkness, and that this is our task right now, to bring light in our own darkness with twin flames, to say I will have new contracts with myself and bring light into relationships, even if someone has evil intentions, and to say I trust that my light will be stronger in the end, and it will be. Hi, this is an update. I just wanted to edit my video and then I realized, oh my god, it didn't record. So this is a quick update on the Sagittarius full moon, or the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So we have a lunar eclipse coming. And what is a lunar eclipse? A lunar eclipse basically is energies that want to leave our life, that are ready to leave our life. The solar eclipse is headed towards a future, and the lunar eclipse generally has to do with our past. It is when the moon is conjunct the south node of the nodal axis. And what we had in the cards, it was Grandmother Spider, it was the web of fate, the web of destiny. And the nodes of the moon have to do with the web of destiny that our soul has decided to live. And it is in Sagittarius, and we have to let go of certain beliefs. And also, in this case, to me it is worth mentioning of the beliefs that astrology hold, because astrology is just one tool and just one little glimpse of the truth. No one sees the whole truth, and this is just one way to see what is going on right now. The only, or the best connection that you can have to your destiny is your pure heart, and to purify your heart. And the more pure your heart is, the more your soul is able to come in, and the more you serve the world, the more the energies flow through you. From an astrological point of view, this lunar eclipse has to do with, because it is in Sagittarius, with certain beliefs that have to leave our life. And in the house that it is in, it is where we have to leave a certain belief or a certain vision in our life behind. And it is interesting that also the planet of Sagittarius, Jupiter, is in a square, so it is in a skipped step to the nodal axis. So it will take time until we realize what is true. And Jupiter is in Pisces, so it is very prominent. And Neptune, that is also in Pisces right now, is squaring Mercury. Mercury that rules Gemini, where the North Node is. So that means to me that we have to let go of certain beliefs, even though we don't realize yet what is coming. And with Neptune, it means that what is old will be washed away. It will be like tides that will come and go and will, with time, wash away. And we all might be the next months in a certain confusion collectively, but what is true, we feel that certain truths are not true anymore for us as humans. But what is true? What is true? And we have to find out, and we have to integrate new truths, and this will take time. And in ancient times, eclipses, people were afraid of eclipses because they couldn't explain why suddenly the sky went dark and the birds stopped singing. So they thought, oh God, there is something very, very bad coming. And also in astrology we say where eclipses are visible, usually there are the biggest changes in the world, because not everywhere an eclipse is seen around the world. I don't know whether this is true, but definitely eclipses are points of change in the collective, and when something is literally eclipsed away out of our lives. And when you have a Sagittarius ascendant, then it is literally a new view of yourself. Who am I? And something has to leave. A persona, a way you thought you are, has to leave, is done, is over. And this means also a new self-identification. I thought this is what I am, but I'm more. It is not what I am. And as I said, with all this Jupiter skip step and Neptune's conjunct Pallas Athena and squaring Mercury, it will take time until we really get what is new, what is this new persona with a Sagittarius ascendant. If you have a Scorpio ascendant, then it is about your second house. But what is important to me, what has value to me, and it might even be that you have a new self-worth, or that certain possessions or certain values that you hold dearly to your heart, that they don't have value anymore for you. It will be a new identification with your values. In case you have a Libra ascendant, there might be new developments or changes in the field of your neighborhood, your siblings. There might be some changes and endings around that area. It might be a very banal change, or it might be huge. This depends on other aspects in your chart and on destiny, what your soul has chosen at this time and point in life. But there will be a change around your siblings, or it could be a change in the field of siblings and neighborhood. If you have a Virgo ascendant, it will be a change in your home, that you might leave your home, someone will come into your home, but there will be profound changes regarding your home where you feel secure. So your field of security will be defined more. It might be, as I said, very banal, that you declutter things. Virgo always likes to declutter. Or that, as I said, someone will leave your place, or someone will come in and move in, and that will be a new form of, I thought this is my home, but now it is different. When you have a Leo ascendant, it is about pleasure. It can be that a romance, an affair leaves you, or that you had certain hobbies that you really loved, and now you feel like, I don't really care about that much anymore. Yet generally certain pleasures where you feel now it is different. Or it might be that your fifth house also is connected to children, that your children leave your home. If you have A Cancer ascendant, it is about your work, it is about your daily routine. There will be changes. There might be a new workplace, something might be gone, might leave your life. And the sixth house also has to do with health. With Sagittarius, a new belief system around your body, or a new belief system around your work, where you feel the area of my work has to change. With eclipses, it is always fated, so that something will be eclipsed away. If you have a Gemini ascendant, then it will be around relationships, that someone will leave your life, someone that you thought is close, but where you realize, no, it is not as close as I thought. If you have a Taurus ascendant, then it might be around contracts where you felt this contract is not valuable anymore to me. It might also sometimes be that someone leaves your life, or that someone leaves this earth. With the 8th house, it can be, but usually it is about certain contracts that are no longer valuable for us. And that these contracts might be around home, might be with other people, like soul contracts, or might be, as I said, very often it is also just very banal. These contracts can be very, very intimate, but can also be on a very mundane level. If you have an Aries ascendant, then it is about your belief system. So, as I said before, it will take time with Jupiter as a skipped step, and with Neptune squaring Mercury, until you realize, but what is my true belief? But it is about seeing the world anew, and there is something that has to go in the way you see the world. If you have a Pisces ascendant, then it is about a new calling in your life. You thought that you were going into this direction, and there is a sudden shift. There is something that is eclipsed away out of your life. And it can be something very simple, or it can be something very profound. Sometimes it is also around father issues. I mean, with Virgo, which is the 4th house, it can be the mother also, but with Pisces, there also can be father issues. It can be literally connected to your father, but it can also be certain beliefs that your father held and that are ready to leave your life, and because they are leaving your life, you will detect, or you will discover a new calling for you, a new profession, a new path that you're on. If you have an Aquarius ascendant, then it is about new groups in your life, a new network of people, that there will be a network that will leave your life, a certain group you felt connected to and you don't feel connected to anymore. And finally, with a Capricorn ascendant, it is about a time to finish a certain form of retreat, whether it was a retreat in personal relationships, whether it was a retreat due to health issues, or whether it was a retreat that had to do with work. But there is a retreat that will end, that is fated that it ends, and that will bring you into a new connection with life. As a conclusion, we could say that eclipses have to do with fated events. Sometimes we think we decided this change, or we were the ones who were doing it, but actually it is our soul's decision. It is a certain time of change in the collective, in certain areas of our life that are in astrology defined by the houses, what I just mentioned. There will be things that will leave us, and this is fated. There is nothing we can do about it. It is just time for them to go, and to open the doors for new things to come in, because eclipses also are an invitation for the new, because something is leaving, so there is invitation for the new. Beliefs with Sagittarius that are connected to the South Node usually are beliefs that limit us, beliefs that no longer are valuable. So even if it is a difficult time right now for you, it is a time to celebrate that something that is karmic is leaving you. And when I look at the cards, I would say something very sad is leaving you. It is an opportunity for you that something sad and dark is leaving your life, and some connect this. Some say it is the Vesak full moon, some connect this full moon eclipse to a Christ energy that is coming in. And the Christ energy in this case, I would say, has to do with the energy of forgiveness, that you are forgiven because you are a child of God. And in the energy of forgiveness, you can release darkness. If you are not able to forgive, then you hold on to dark energies in your life. So I would say one of the best advices I could give for this full moon is forgive yourself, forgive others, forgive your life, forgive everything that holds you back, because in forgiveness you set yourself free. We often think of others that we are setting free. Most of all, we set ourselves free, and this is the best way to be anew. And I mean, astrology is just another way of seeing the world, and it is in its way, it might be genius, and there are way better astrologers out there like I am, but even the best of us are limited. All beliefs, Sagittarius, are limited, and what is not limited is our connection to the divine. And in our connection to the divine, we can be free of suffering. And in this case, I would say it has to do with forgiveness. And in forgiveness, we set ourselves free and open our minds to new horizons. And this is what will be the solar eclipse about in Gemini. Where are the new horizons we are going to? But we cannot leave to new shores if we are too heavy. If our ship is too heavy, we sink into the ocean of the subconscious. So we have to set ourselves free. So this is a full moon of setting yourself free. So I wish you all the best in that. Till next time, namaste.